My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. I'm going to give you my favorite Underdog Fantasy entry for UFC Vegas 84. If you don't know what Underdog Fantasy is, you come in here, you say higher or lower than any of the numbers you see on the screen, and you can 20 times your money. 20 times your money just by saying higher or lower correctly. They will even give you free money to play. The only thing you need to do is go to wewantpicks.com/underdog and use promo code WWP. They will instantly match your deposit. If you give them $10, they'll give you $10. If you give them $100, they will give you $100 instantly that you can build an entry with. You don't even need to use the real money. You can just use the deposit match money, build yourself an entry, 20 times it. Now you have yourself $2,000 and you could withdraw the 100 that you started with. WeWantPicks.com/underdog, promo code WWP. I'm going to go ahead and build a UFC Vegas 84 entry. But Underdog Fantasy, as you can see here across the left, is every single sport, college, professional, video games, women, all the sports, all the things, and you can mix and match sports to build yourself that entry to chase that 20x. But again, we're going to focus on fights. Right off the rip, I like the higher than 1.5 takedowns. We just watched this fight. This is a rematch. I think Magomed Ankalaev is going to come forward with a wrestle-heavy game plan. Johnny Walker's reach is annoying. It's long. He's dangerous. And I think Ankalaev is going to come forward and try to just immediately get out of that. And we saw that in the first fight. Ankalaev worked the takedown in the first round. Some illegal knees caused it to be a no contest. But right off the rip, Ankalaev came forward, got himself a takedown. All Walker has to do is survive the first round. Second round starts, we get another takedown. This hits because we just need 2 takedowns to be over. Manel Kopp, they already lowered this a little bit, but I still like the lower than 64.5 significant strikes. This is also a rematch. If you go back and watch the first fight, this number didn't matter. And I think this is going to be more of the same. Manel Kopp has only landed more than 64.5 significant strikes, I believe, in 2 of his long tenured UFC fights. This is a rematch, as I mentioned. In the first fight, Nikolas had some success wrestling, I imagine, especially after just being knocked out cold. He's going to come forward and try to wrestle Manel heavy. One of 2 things are going to happen in my mind. Either Nikolas has a ton of success wrestling, he's all in on the grappling, or Manel's going to have a lot of success striking and knock out Nikolas. Nikolas is 100% going to wrestle early. Whether he sticks with that or not, I don't know. But either way, in any of these scenarios, I don't see Manel Kopp getting past these 64.5 significant strikes, which is why we're going to go with the lower here. Let's work our way down. Ricky Simone, there is a line here that I like. I'll show you that in a minute. Bruno Ferreira, they're giving you a finish there. That is very plausible, but we're going to leave that alone. And I do like the higher on the fantasy points for Waldo Cortez Acosta. They have their own fantasy scoring. You can see those points here. A knockdown is 10 points. A round 1 win is 50. If Waldo Cortez Acosta knocks out Andrei Arlovski in the first round, that's 60 points off the rip, including whatever strike he landed. The lowest he could possibly score is 60.5 points with a first round knockout. That's the lowest he could score. And I think it looks something like that. I think there is a finish. I think it is in the first round. And I think Waldo's going to get past that 59.55 fantasy points. So we did the higher there. Let's continue to work our way down. The Farid Basharat takedown line, I do think he's going to be very wrestle heavy. I wish we had a 2.5 takedown line because I think he probably gets 3 takedowns. We need 4 for this line to hit, so we're going to leave that alone. And we're going to do the higher than 18.5 significant strikes on Jean Silva. The narrative here is that Weston Wilson sucks and that Jean Silva is a phenomenal striker. Both of those things are pretty true, but I would say that Weston Wilson is a little better than people are giving him credit for. Yes, he got starched by Joe Anderson Brito, but that was short notice. I think Weston Wilson can survive a little bit, maybe get it to the ground, probably not, but 18 significant strikes is not many. Especially a guy with Jean Silva who likes to showboat a little bit. He might spin. He can go to the body, go back to the head. He'll dance around. He'll play some games. He does a little bit of that gamesmanship. Weston Wilson survives a little bit. We get past this 18.5 significant strikes, and it's okay. We're going to insure our entry anyway, so even if we don't, we'll be safe from that one loss. And the last one we're going to touch here is we're going to go down to, we're going to go up to Rivals. Once you go to Rivals, what this does is it shows you the opponents. We have what the hell am I saying? We have Mateusz Nikolas fighting Manel Kape. And they're saying who's going to land more significant strikes in this matchup, but they're giving Mateusz Nicolau 13.5 to start. So Manel Kape, to win this, would need to land 14 significant strikes more than Nicolau lands. All right, you get it? You with me so far? And for those reasons, we're going Mario Batista here. They're giving Mario Batista 5.5 significant strikes. Ricky Simon is typically a low-volume striker. He's a high-volume wrestler, non-stop takedown attempts, non-stop wrestling, but he's not throwing a lot. Mario Batista is a striker. He throws a lot. So I think Mario Batista will have success, landing strikes on the feet, get taken down, work his way back up, more of that, down, up, more of that, more of that, more of that. So I think Mario Batista will land more significant strikes overall, or it'll be close enough that this 5.5 covers it, because while I do think Ricky's going to win, he's going to win from the wrestling, not the striking. We have a high-volume striker, high-volume wrestler. Even on the ground, Ricky Simon's not landing a ton of strikes. So this is my entry. Let's go ahead and recap it here. I do already have this built. So let's go ahead and recap what we got going on here. We have Magomed Ankalaev more or higher than 1.5 takedowns. Jean Silva higher than 18.5 significant strikes. Manel Kape lower than 64.5 significant strikes. We went higher on the Waldo Cortez fantasy points, and then we grabbed Mario Batista in the significant strike rivals. Guys, this is my entry. You can build this or you can build your own entry. Either way, get the free money. WeWantPicks.com/underdog, promo code WWP. They will instantly match your deposit. Take that free money, build yourself an entry. Football playoffs start this weekend. You can build yourself a hybrid football UFC entry. WeWantPicks.com/underdog, promo code WWP.